All right, so 39 for no loss as Amarnath comes in. And this is played by Ahmed back to the bowler. Good start over here by A boys. Ahmed is batting on 16 of 24, Masood on 16 of 19. A boys are 39 for no loss after 7.1. Amarnath to Ahmed. This is short and it's pulled away beautifully towards the mid-wicket boundary. That's a glorious shot. In fact, it's gone towards deep square leg. I beg your pardon. What a shot there by Ahmed. He's raced away to 20. He's raced away to 20 here. And A boys are 43 for no loss. Ahmed rocked onto the back foot and pulled it away beautifully. A glorious shot there by Ahmed. Both the openers are looking really good and they're ensuring they're cashing in on the loose balls and keeping the scoreboard ticking. In fact, they're going at almost 6 per over now. Already raced on to 43 A boys in 7.2. The fielders outside the circle. We see a sweeper cover, long on and deep mid wicket. And everyone else is inside the circle as Amarnath comes in. The fielders inside the circle. We see a square leg in place, covers mid wicket. There's an extra cover on the 30-yard circle. There is a point and shot third man. Amarnath coming in to bowl to Ahmed. This is outside the off stump, well left by Ahmed there. Amarnath is into his second over here. He's given away 6 runs in 1.3 overs so far. Very important for Central Stars to pick up a couple of quick wickets to get back into the game as Amarnath comes in to bowl to Ahmed. It's taken on the full, play towards the square leg fielder. It's a dot ball. Wickets is the key for Central Stars. They need to set up attacking fields, probably get more fielders in catching positions. That's how they can get back into the game, I believe. Otherwise, right now it's looking very easy at this moment for A boys with both the openers going so well. Amarnath to Ahmed. That's well left outside the off stump. It's a good leave. Amarnath is bowling right arm round. He's trying to angle the ball away from the right-handed batter. But Ahmed is up for it. He's not flashing at anything outside the off stump. Final ball of Amarnath's second over coming up. Ahmed on strike. That's bowled into the stumps. It's played back to the bowler. That's the end of the 8th over. It's 43 for no loss, A boys. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so it's going to be Masood on strike, and we have the 9th over to start now. As Prafulla Kumar gets ready to bowl to Masood. Masood tried to play it on the back foot. That ball was skidded. That ball went quicker off the pitch. The ball skidded. Lucky for Masood, it was not on the stumps. Prafulla Kumar coming in to bowl to Masood. This is again nicely done by Masood. It's going towards the third man boundary and this is going to be 4 runs. Nicely done. Masood has raced away to 20. It's okay. It's a good shot over here by Masood. And A boys have raced away to 47 for no loss. Fielders outside the circle are deep mid wicket, long off, And we have a sweeper cover who's probably on the 30-yard circle on the offside. Prafulla Kumar to Masood, who is batting on 20. This is bowled on the stumps, defended by Masood towards covers. It's a dot ball. It's just the perfect start that A boys would have wanted. And Prafulla Kumar getting ready to bowl the fourth ball of this over. Masood on strike from the highway end. This is taken on the full, back to the bowler, dot ball. As I had mentioned earlier, this is a very important game for both the teams. Both the teams have lost one game and they have won one game. So this is a crucial game. And at this moment, A boys are looking favourites. In comes Prafulla Kumar, defended on the back foot by Masood. Both the batters are batting very smartly. They're getting the boundaries, they're getting the singles. They know there is nothing to hurry over here. It's a below par score that they're chasing. As long as wickets are in hand, this should be an easy chase. Prafulla Kumar to Masood. This is again steered away towards short third. That's the end of the over for Prafulla Kumar. After 9 overs, A boys are 47 for no loss. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, so Amarnath to continue from the far end. And it's Ahmed on strike. This time Ahmed has gone over mid-wicket's head. And the deep mid-wicket fielder has ensured it's just a single. A good throw back to the bowler. 48 on the board for A boys. The boys from Atlanta doing really well over here. Masood is batting on 20 of 25. Ahmed is batting on 21 of 31 balls. Amarnath bowling left arm over from the far end. It's Masood on strike. This is well bowled and it's played towards square leg. Nicely done by Ahmed. He sent Masood back. Masood was trying to go for the quick single. It could have been risky. 48 for no loss, A boys. 9.2. Central Stars need to pick up a couple of wickets. Otherwise, it's looking very easy at this moment for A boys. Amarnath to Masood. This is flicked away towards on the leg side, back to the bowler. I beg your pardon, Amarnath is actually bowling right arm round. By mistake, I said left arm over. It's right arm round. Amarnath to Masood, who's batting on 20. This time, Masood has played it beautifully. They have a sweeper cover out, so it's just a single. But nicely done by Masood. It was outside the off stump. He played it along the ground. Risk-free cricket by both the batters. Exactly what is needed, especially as a top order batter. Amarnath to bowl to Ahmed now. This is well bowled. Ahmed tried to play it on the offside by opening the face. Beaten outside the off stump. A dot ball. Final ball of the 10th over coming up here. A boys are 49 for no loss. Amarnath running in to bowl to Ahmed. This is short and Ahmed has picked it up beautifully. This is going towards the leg side boundary for yet another 4. Ahmed rocked onto the back foot and pulled it away. A glorious shot to finish the over. 10 overs gone. A boys are 53 for no loss and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so Prafulla Kumar to continue to Masood. This is nicely played towards covers. It's a dot ball to start for Prafulla Kumar. In fact, it's a misfield by the covers fielder, so it'll be a single over here. 54 for no loss. Ahmed batting on 25, Masood on 22. Ahmed to face Prafulla Kumar, who's bowling from the highway end. Prafulla Kumar to bowl the second ball of the over. Ahmed on strike, tried to play off the back foot. Dot ball. Well bowled by Prafulla Kumar. He's bowling it a little quicker through the air. Ahmed tried to play it off the back foot. Adjusting the field over here, it seems Prafulla Kumar, he's getting the deep mid-wicket fielder further towards long on, trying to get it. That's well bowled by Prafulla Kumar. Prafulla Kumar to Ahmed. Well left. Prafulla Kumar is rushing through his overs. Ahmed on strike. This is well bowled. Took the outside edge, but it went towards short third. It's a dot ball. Ahmed is batting on 25 of 37. And Masood on 22 of 29. Final ball of the 11th over coming up. This is quicker through the air, steered away towards backward point. That's the end of the 11th. It's 54 for no loss. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, we have a change in bowling over here. Rajesh Oak is into the attack. And he's going to bowl right arm over. He's just adjusting his field. He is getting short third up. There is a backward point. Sweeper cover. Rajesh coming into the attack. Masood on strike. This is full and it's played towards sweeper cover for a single. The field for Rajesh is sweeper cover, a regular covers, an extra cover on the 30-yard circle. There is long on, there is deep mid-wicket, a regular mid-wicket, square leg, short third and backward point. Rajesh to Ahmed. This is flicked away towards mid-wicket. Good stop by the fielder at mid-wicket. It's a dot ball. 55 for no loss after 11.2. The A boys team. Rajesh coming into bowl. This is on the back foot and Ahmed tried to pull it. In the end, he was off balanced, but lucky for him that he came back into the crease. Ahmed is batting on 25 of 40 balls. Rajesh to Ahmed from the far end. This one is played on the back foot towards the mid-wicket boundary. The fielder at deep mid-wicket giving a chase, but that's 4 runs. This is a glorious shot again by Ahmed. It looks like he's really peppering the leg side boundary. He's already got 2 to 3 boundaries in that region, and he is really cashing in over there. This means he has raced on to 29 of 41, and A boys are 59 for no loss. Finally, there is a change in field. The captain has sent square leg back to deep square leg, and he's getting sweeper cover in for Ahmed. So two fielders outside the 30-yard circle on the leg side. In fact, there are three. There is a long on, there is a deep mid wicket, and there is a deep square leg. Rajesh getting ready to bowl to Ahmed. 59 for no loss. This is full and it's defended towards covers. Final ball of the 12th over coming up here. Rajesh to Ahmed. This is defended towards covers. That's the end of the 12th. 59 for no loss, A boys. And we will be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so Prafulla Kumar to continue from the highway end. He's bowling to Masood. This is well bowled, defended back to the bowler. Prafulla Kumar has given away 15 runs in 4.1 overs so far, but he has not yet picked up a wicket. His captain would want him to pick up one over here. In comes Prafulla Kumar to Masood. This is well bowled back to the bowler again. Two dot balls. It is a given that if A boys bat out the 45 overs, they are definitely going to chase 167. So Central Stars need some wickets over here. In comes Prafulla Kumar, well bowled again. This is nicely played away from the covers fielder for a couple of runs here by Masood. This is smart batting, risk-free cricket, rotating the strike, no rash shots, exactly what's required from any top order lineup. 61 for no loss in 12.3 A boys. Masood on strike. He's batting on 25. This is well bowled, defended. Prafulla Kumar has given away 17 runs so far. He's into his fifth over as Masood gets ready to face the next ball. Prafulla Kumar to Masood. This is well bowled, played on the back foot towards covers. Another dot ball. Two of this over so far. Final ball of the 13th coming up. A boys are 61 for no loss. This is flighted and Masood has played it towards long off. Lucky for Masood that he did not connect it from the middle of the bat. Otherwise, that could have been a catch to long off. But that's the end of the 13th. It's 62 for no loss. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so Masood on strike, and it's going to be Rajesh from the far end. Rajesh is into his second over. He's given away 5 runs in his first over. Masood is batting on 26 of 36. Ahmed is on 29 of 43. A great start here for A boys. Rajesh coming in to bowl to Masood. This is played off the back foot by Masood. Back to the bowler. Dot ball to start for Rajesh. He's into his second over here. 62 for no loss. And this is really good going by A boys. captain just adjusting the field. Looks like for Masood, he's going to get square leg inside the circle, and he's sending sweeper cover out. He still does have the deep mid wicket and long on as the two fielders outside the leg side, outside the 30-yard circle on the leg side. Rajesh to Masood, second ball of the over. This is played. This is down the leg side. Masood tried to get some bat on it. Had he got some bat onto it, that could have been a boundary towards fine leg. Nevertheless, it's a dot ball. As per the rules for the Masters USA cricket, not everything down the leg side is a wide. In comes Rajesh to Masood. Played on the back foot. In fact, that was well bowled. It was the quicker one. Rajesh tried to defend. Masood tried to defend it. Missed it in the end. It's a dot ball. Rajesh is into his second over, given away 5 runs so far. Masood is batting on 26. Rajesh to Masood. This is flicked away towards mid wicket. Another dot ball. Fifth ball of the over coming up. Rajesh to Masood. This is played on the back foot, back to the bowler. 5 dot balls by Rajesh. It's been a good over so far. But as I mentioned earlier, it's wickets. That is the key for Central Stars. A boys will not mind the odd over where there are no runs scored off. Masood defends it. That's a maiden over by Rajesh. 14 gone, 62 for no loss, A boys. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, so Prafulla Kumar, first ball of the 15th. This is the last over before the first drinks break. And Ahmed is batting on 29 of 44. 62 for no loss. Prafulla Kumar from the highway end. This is shot and pulled away this time. Brilliantly stopped by the mid-wicket fielder. Just the commitment that you see from these guys. The testimony for their fitness and dedication. That to dive and stop the ball is amazing. Nicely done by the mid-wicket fielder over there. Prafulla Kumar to Ahmed. Defended towards covers. 3 dot balls. So it's 9 dot balls on the trot from Central Stars. At least they are keeping it tight. 3 balls to go before the first drinks break. Ahmed on strike facing Prafulla Kumar. This one is quicker and it's played towards mid-wicket for a single by Ahmed. Ahmed moves on to 30 now of 46 balls. Last 2 balls before the drinks break. Prafulla Kumar into his 6th over. He's given away 19 runs so far, but yet to pick up a wicket. Masood on strike. He's batting on 26. Prafulla Kumar to Masood from the highway end. This is played away towards point. And final ball coming up before the drinks break. Prafulla Kumar is bowling to Masood. This one is played away from the covers fielder, and it will be a couple of runs over here for Masood. So that's the end of the first session. A boys have finished on 65 for no loss, and it's been a brilliant session for A boys. We'll be back in a few minutes after the drinks break. All right, so 72 for no loss, and this one was a good ball over here by the left arm spinner Nayan. There is an error in the score sheet because it's coming up as Prafulla Kumar, but in fact it's Nayan who's bowling. Nayan is a left arm spinner. That's well played. In fact, it's a catch to covers. It's a good catch against the run of play. That's the first wicket down for A boys. Masood, in fact, Ahmed, he has to. I beg your pardon. Masood has to depart over here. He departs for 28, and that's the first wicket down for A boys. Nayan gets the breakthrough, and Nayan has picked up his first wicket. A boys are 72 for 1, and we will be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so 72 for 1. That was a good opening partnership for A boys. Masood is the wicket to fall, and we have the new batsman who's walked in at number 3. It's Shane Ford, the Jamaican, and he's in at number 3 for A boys. Nayan picks up a wicket over here, and after 17, A boys are 72 for 1. Ahmed is batting on 36 of 51 balls. As Rajesh continues from the far end, he's into his 4th over. He's bowling right arm over. He's getting short third further up into the circle. He's bowling to Ahmed, who's batting on 36. This is played back to the bowler. Rajesh tried to stop it. It goes towards long off, extra cover for a single. Ahmed moves on to 37, and it will be the new batter Shane who will be facing his first ball, and it will be Rajesh to bowl to him from the far end. In comes Rajesh to Shane. Shane has played the short ball off the back foot towards extra cover for a single. He's off the mark. 74 for 1 A boys after 17.3 as Rajesh comes in to bowl to Ahmed. This one is played away towards short fine for a single by Ahmed. There was an appeal for leg before, and in fact it's leg by signal by the umpire. The ball must have been going down the leg side, so it's a leg by, and it's 75 for 1 as Rajesh is getting ready to bowl the next ball to the new batter Shane Ford. Shane Ford steps out, takes it on the full. He's played it towards deep mid wicket for a single. He's trying to go for the second, and that's nicely done by the fielder at deep mid wicket. A good throw to the wicket keeper, so he keeps them down to just a single over here. Nevertheless, the A boys batters are rotating the strike. They're keeping the scoreboard ticking, which is exactly what's required at this stage of the inning. Rajesh to Ahmed. He has flicked it away towards square leg for yet another single. So they are really milking the bowling now and ensuring that the scoreboard is ticking almost every ball. Shane Ford getting ready to face his 3rd ball, and this will be the final ball of the 18th over. This is defended by Shane. That's the end of the 18th. A boys are 77 for 1. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so it will be the left arm spinner Nayan to continue from the highway end, and it's going to be Ahmed on strike. In comes Nayan. This is well bowled, slower in the air, defended by Ahmed. Back to the bowler. Ahmed is batting on 38 of 55 balls, and he is really going well over here. Nayan would want to do what Snehal did for A Boys, the sort of spell that Snehal bowled. Nayan would want to do the same for Central Stars over here as a left arm spinner. This is slower in the air. This could have been a catch. Lucky for Ahmed. It did not go straight back to the keeper. It went over the keeper's head. A single for Ahmed. He moves on to 39. I'm talking about the left arm spinner bowling from the highway end. Snehal bowled 9 overs and he picked up a couple of wickets. He gave away only 9 runs. He was exceptional as a left arm spinner. As we see Nayan, who's already picked up a wicket over here, bowling his second over, and it's Shane Ford on strike. Nayan coming in from the highway end. This is flighted. Shane Ford steps out, using his feet beautifully, playing it along the ground to long off for a single. And it's 79 for 1. Nayan is into his second over. He's given away 7 runs so far, picked up a wicket. Ahmed getting ready to face the next ball from Nayan. This is flighted, taken on the full, and Ahmed tried to sweep it. In the end, it took a leading edge. Lucky for Ahmed again that the leading edge did not go to a fielder. Nayan to Ahmed. This is flighted again, and this is well left by Ahmed. Ahmed is batting on 39 of 58. Final ball of the 19th over coming up. It's 79 for 1. It's Ahmed on strike. This is played well on the back foot towards short third. That's the end of the 19th. It's 79 for 1. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so I would want to repeat this again. The fitness, the commitment, the passion, the dedication shown by these players, it's exceptional. It's 92 degrees Fahrenheit, make no mistake. I mean, it's a beautiful day for cricket, but still, just to be there in this scorching heat and to play the game that we all love, it's hats off to everyone who's playing this Masters tournament. 79 for 1. There is a change in bowling at the far end. It's Rauf who's come into the attack for Central Stars. And it's Shane Ford on strike who's batting on 3 of 4 balls. Rauf to Shane. Looks like the captain was changing the field. He's putting extra cover back outside the 30-yard circle. There is long on, there is mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket, square leg. There is a covers fielder, there is sweeper cover out, short third and backward point. As Rauf gets ready to bowl the first ball of his over to Shane. This is well bowled, defended by Shane, back to the bowler. Dot ball to start his spell for Rauf over here. 79 for 1, A boys. This is the 20th over on. Rauf to Shane. This is played off the back foot towards sweeper cover for a single by Shane. He's pushing Ahmed for the second, but it'll just be a single. Good fielding by the fielder at sweeper cover. A fantastic throw there by Bhargav. Ahmed on strike. He's batting on 39. Rauf to Ahmed. That is flicked away towards square leg. A quick single by Shane. In the end, he reaches safely. So, 2 runs so far in this over. As it's said so often, the start decides how the game goes. A brilliant opening partnership between the A-Boys openers has set the game up for A-Boys. They just have to ensure they bat out the overs and they can win this game. Rauf to Shane, played off the back foot, punched away. Nicely done by Shane towards long on. It's a single for him. This is easy going. In fact, Ahmed did not take a single over here, it seems, for whatever reason. So no run there as Shane is getting ready to face the next ball from Rauf. This is nicely played back to the bowler by Shane. 81 for 1, final ball of Rauf's first over coming up. He's given away 2 runs so far. He's bowling from the far end and it's Shane on strike. This is played on the back foot nicely by Shane towards sweeper cover. This time he's pushing Ahmed for 2 and it seems like they will go back for the second. Bhargav picked up the ball and he's thrown it back to the keeper. But in the end, good running by both the batters, which means 2 of the final ball. That's the end of the 20th. It's 83 for 1 and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. So Nayan to continue from the highway end and A boys are halfway through the run chase and they're doing it easily over here so far. Something needs to be done by the fielding team. Nayan to Ahmed. Ahmed on the back foot and this time he tried to cut the ball. It took the outside edge. Lucky for Ahmed. It went towards short third. It's a dot ball. Ahmed is batting on 40 now of 62 balls. It's been a brilliant knock so far. He needs to carry on for his team. Nayan to Ahmed. This one is short and Ahmed tried to pull the ball. Appeal for leg before. Maybe the ball pitched outside the line of off stump. The impact was outside the line. Lucky for Ahmed there that he survived. He's looking a tad tired. And as I had mentioned earlier, it is very hot. The fact that he's still there and batting so beautifully is testimony to his fitness. As we are waiting for few seconds as the fielding team is on to something here. It actually is 92 degree Fahrenheit, but it feels like 97, so it's close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, this is just unbelievable fitness by both the teams. And when I say both the teams, it's actually there are 3 to 4 different games going on here at the PV Stadium and also on the Musa Cricket Stadium. And all these players who are playing the Masters tournament, hats off to them, over the age of 50, and to show the fitness that they all are showing. This is just amazing and inspirational for everyone and anyone who's watching this and following the Masters tournament. Again, I would like to mention the organizers. They have done a fantastic job with all the facilities for all the players. It's not easy to come up and put up this tournament. So all the organizers, the executive committee members, kudos to them for coming up and putting this together. Great going. And we are back on to the playing field now as the next ball is bowled by Nayan. It's Ahmed on strike. This is outside the off stump. Nayan is appealing. Oh, in fact, it's bowled. Well, Nayan tried to appeal for leg before. The ball came in and it took the stump on its way. It was a beautiful ball by Nayan. And that is amazingly done. What a ball by the left arm spinner. The second wicket down for A boys. They are 83 for 2. Ahmed departs for 40. It's been a fantastic knock by Ahmed. And now it's going to be Kalpesh Das Jr. who's walking in at number 4 for the A boys team. They're halfway through, but there is still half of the run chase to go. So it's important that they put together a partnership. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. It's 83 for 2. All right, so the new batter in, Kalpesh at number 4. Kalpesh at number 4 for A Boys. Nayan is in the middle of a beautiful spell. He's bowled 2.3 overs. He's given away only 7 runs and picked up both the openers over here. He can really make things happen over here for Central Stars. As Nayan comes in to bowl to Kalpesh. Oh, that's an appeal for leg before, and that's given out. It was the arm ball, and that looked adjacent right in front of the stumps. It looks like a good decision by the umpire, and that's the third wicket down. As I said, Nayan can really make things happen for Central Stars. That's exactly what he's doing over here. He's picked up a couple of wickets back to back, and A Boys are in a spot of bother over here. They are 83 for 3. Kalpesh departs for a first ball duck, and Nayan picks up his third. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so it's the new batter Hemal who's walked in at number 5 for A Boys, and Nayan is on a hat trick. This is going to be really interesting. What happens on this ball? He's really getting Central Stars back into the game over here. Nayan to Hemal. This is well bowled, slower through the air and played on the back foot nicely by Hemal. He survives the hat trick ball over here. There is a deep mid wicket, long on, long off. The three fielders outside the 30-yard circle as Nayan gets ready to bowl the next ball, the final ball of his third over to Hemal. This is flighted outside the off stump. Very well left by Hemal. That's the end of the over. A very successful one for A Boys. And after 21, A Boys are 83 for 3. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so Rauf to continue from the far end. This is a very important game for both the teams. As I'd mentioned, both the teams have won one game and lost one game. Rauf to Shane. Shane plays on the back foot. Took the inside edge. It went towards square leg. Dot ball over here. Shane is batting on 6 of 10 balls. 83 for 3. A Boys. Rauf to Shane. Played on the back foot towards... Oh, that's a misfield by the mid-wicket fielder. Certainly not something that you expect from any team, but definitely not when you're defending just 167. Rauf to ball to the new batter now, Hemal, who will face his first ball against Rauf. Hemal has played a couple of balls in the previous over from Nayan. Rauf to Hemal from the far end. This is flicked away towards square leg. Nicely done by the square leg fielder. That was brilliantly stopped. This is good commitment over there in the field in this scorching heat by Central Stars. Rauf has bowled 1.3 overs, given away only 5 runs so far as he gets ready to bowl the fourth ball of this over. Rauf to Hemal. This is played well bowled outside the off stump. Hemal tried to cut it, missed it. Good keeping. A dot ball nevertheless. Rauf to Hemal. This is well bowled and flicked away nicely away from the square leg fielder. And it will just be a single. That is nicely done by the square leg fielder, Nayan. Good commitment, just keeping it to just a single, not giving away the extra run, because every run is vital over here. When you're defending something like 167, you have to ensure the opposition earns every run when they're batting. Shane facing the ball, punched away beautifully. That's a glorious stop in covers by the fielder. That could have certainly been a couple of runs, and it was nicely played on the offside. In fact, it's the end of the over, so it's 85 for 3. Hey boys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so Nayan to continue. He's going to bowl to Hemal. He picked up a couple of wickets in his last over. He's bowling with good rhythm. Lighting the ball, played on the back foot by Hemal towards covers. It's a dot ball to start. Nayan is doing exactly what Snehal did for his team. Snehal bowled a beautiful spell from the highway end. Left arm spinner as well. Picked up a couple of wickets. Hardly gave away any runs, as Nayan is trying to do the same for his team. This is short. It's cut away towards the sweeper cover fielder who's at 45 yards. It's a single for Hemal as Shane gets ready to face Nayan over here. Nayan has picked up 3 wickets, given away only 8 runs so far. He's into his 4th over. Nayan to Shane, flighted. This is taken on the full, and in the end, it's a good stop over there by Bhargav. This is very nicely done by the fielder in the outfield. It's never easy when the ball is dropping in front of you, but to focus and collect the ball cleanly, that's testimony to what a good fielder you can be. That's exactly what Bhargav has shown over here. Shane would feel he would have missed out on that full toss. A single nevertheless, as Hemal gets ready to face Nayan. This is flighted and nicely punched back to the bowler. It's a dot ball for Nayan. 87 for 3, A boys. This is the fifth ball of the over. This is slower in the air, and this one fell just short of the long on fielder who went for the catch. In the end, it was a good effort by the fielder to go for the catch, but it just fell short, and in the end, a couple of runs over here for Hemal. 89 for 3, final ball of the over coming up. Nayan to Hemal, defended. That's the end of the over, and after 23 overs, A boys are 89 for 3. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so it's going to be Rao from the far end. Shane on strike. Oh, it's well bowled. Appeal for leg before, but a big stride forward from Shane. A dot ball to start. Rauf is into his 3rd over here. He's given away 6 runs so far. Rauf to Shane. It's 89 for 3. This is nicely played on the back foot towards in the gap between mid wicket and long on, and a couple of runs. Nicely done over here. 91 for 3. Rauf is into his 3rd over. He's given away 8 runs so far. Rauf is bowling from the far end. It's Shane on strike, and Shane is batting on 10 of 15. At the other end, Hemal is on 4 of 10 balls. Rauf to Shane. This one is well bowled, beaten outside the off stump. That was a good ball by Rauf. Lucky for Shane not to get the outside edge. Rauf to Shane. This is again outside the off stump. Let go by Shane. He was thinking of playing the cut shot, but in the end, he let it go. This is down the leg side, swept away beautifully by Shane. This is going towards the fine leg boundary, and that's well played by Shane. It should be 4 runs, and in fact, it is a boundary as signaled by the umpire. Nicely played by Shane. It was on his pads. He just had to put bat to the ball on the leg side, exactly what he did, and it went all the way to the fine leg boundary. Shane gets his first boundary. He moves on to 14 of 18 balls. A boys are 95 for 3. Final ball of the 24th over. Coming up over here, Rauf to Shane. We're just waiting for the keeper. He's adjusting the field, ensuring the angles are right with respect to every fielder. Rauf is trying to suggest something to the captain. Let's see what he's doing. Probably he's going to get short third to short fine, which means he's going to leave the vacant. He's going to leave third man area vacant over here. Maybe he's pushing backward point back. And he does have a sweeper cover out. Rauf to Shane, final ball of the over. This is outside the off stump, and it's nicely played towards extra cover for a single by Shane. That's the end of the 24th. A boys are 96 for 3. We will be back in a couple of minutes. All right, so it's 96 for 3 and Nayan to continue from the highway end. He's into his 5th over. He's picked up 3 wickets already, given away just 11 runs. He's getting ready to bowl to Shane. This is the arm ball, quicker through the air, outside the off stump. Shane tried to cut it away from point, straight to the backward point fielder. It's a dot ball to start for Nayan. A-boys need 72 more in 20.5 overs. Required run rate of 3.46. They have 7 wickets in hand. Nayan to Shane. This is nicely bowled by Nayan. Appeal for leg before, but obviously it was going down with the arm. So a good call by the umpire. 2 dot balls to start the 5th over of his spell for Nayan. Nayan to Shane from the highway end. This is flighted. Shane steps down and he plays it along the ground to long off for a good single. Shane is conserving his energy by walking those singles. And it reminds me a little bit of Arjuna Ranatunga. He used to do that for Sri Lanka when he used to bat, especially in the 90s. Nayan to Hemal now. This one is down the leg side. Heyman tried to sweep it, missed it. It's a dot ball. 4 balls up, just 1 run of this over so far. 97 for 3. Nayan to Hemal. That's well bowled, defended by Hemal. Final ball of this over, the 25th coming up. A boys are 97 for 3 as we see what happens over here. Nayan to Hemal. This is well bowled and defended by Hemal. That's the end of the 25th. A boys are 97 for 3. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Yes, and Shane Ford just hit a four just now. So the score now is 101 for three.
100 up! Go, boys!
Yeah. You pause it? Okay. And that's a
What a
beautiful shots there by
boundary!
Shane Ford. Into the boundary now for Ford. And the score now move up to 109 for three. I'm Simeon Mullins. I'm from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, now at the control board here, taking over. So here come the bowler now, into ball to Shane Ford, and Shane Ford just slap that ball down to the leg and pick up by the fielder there, and the crosses for one. So the score move up to 106 for three. Amal is now on strike. Up comes the bowler, into bowl to Amal. Oh, and he's bowled. Get back on that ball and was beautifully bowled by Amanat for four. And now the score is 107 for four. Amanat now into bowl to Shane. I that was a leg by just now, so the score still remain 106 for four. Up come the bowler, bowl to Shane, and Shane cuts and cut well down to point and pick up by the fielder there. They only get a single, so we A boys move up to 108 for four. And that was a lovely shot there. Now rolling to the boundary for 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This is Aman coming to you. So, Jurgen has been up beautifully by Snail. Shafiq, Shafiq is going in at a very crucial time for the A boys. Score 113 for 5. So it's time for another partnership between the skipper and the former West Union first class wicketkeeper, Shane Ford. Snahill doing his team proud by taking some crucial wickets at crucial moments. Been simply tremendous performance on his part. And this match is hanging in the balance at 113 for 5. A boys need a great partnership right here. Snahill coming in. Shafiq off the mark with a beautiful back foot cut shot behind point. Fielder chasing it down. And the batsmen come back for a snappy 3 runs. Lovely placement by Shafiq. He's off the mark. Lamont is getting ready to walk in. Hopefully he will not have to bat today for the rest of the day. But the team is looking very upbeat. Nahil coming into bowl. Looping around. Shane comes out of his crease for a beautiful off drive. Straight through for a single. Throw coming in, a little wayward, getting away from the fielder. Lovely backup. Central Stars. Nail coming in, bowling a lovely, nice, loopy delivery on the offside, cutaway, straight to the fielder. This is the end of the over. Snail with another fine over for his team. Shafiq and Shane, very animated in the middle, having a very nice conversation. Surely they're talking about building a partnership, which they have emphasized to their team at every stage. So it's time for them to really show the way to the team and take them through. Bowling change at 117 for 5. New bowler coming in named Rajesh. Rajesh was their opening batsman as well. Rajesh is coming in over the wicket for his team-up deliveries. He comes in, Shane with a lovely on drive. The fielder falls down and the ball goes through, unfortunately, for a 4. Beautiful shot. Lovely footwork by Shane Ford, showing the way. Not afraid to use his feet. Very nimble, very agile, coming straight out and driving the ball with such power. Score now 129 for 5. $121 for 5. Still a very healthy lineup for the A boys. Yet to come. The bowler coming in over the wicket. Once again, Shane Ford. Lovely shot. Lovely off drive. Lofted shot. 1 bounce and they take 2. Shane is really stepping up the momentum, absorbing the pressure, and really taking it to the bowler. Beautiful shot through the covers. Fielder coming in for it. Lovely try. Could not get to it. Beautiful cover drive for 4 runs. Shane Ford is on the charge, driving the ball beautifully. He's playing a chanceless innings. Beautifully timed, beautifully placed, piercing the gap. Fielder making a lovely effort. This outfield is quite quick for anyone to really stop that well-timed shot and beautifully placed. Bowler comes in. Shane Ford once again drives it off the back foot. Lovely punch. Fielder makes a lovely stop. Score now 127 for 5. That will be what I believe is a dead ball nonetheless. Bowler coming in. Right arm over the wicket, coming in. Bowling it on the offside. Beautifully blocked. Lovely delivery. Right in the block hole. Shane Ford not taking any chances. Playing a front foot forward defensive stroke. Last ball of the over. Bowler coming in. Looping it. Shane Ford taking it in a very precarious position. Not a very fast delivery. Missing the line of the ball. Shane Ford is in a little bit of a spot of bother, you could say. Little discomfort. The other team is checking up on him. Umpires also checking up on Shane Ford. I think he's just taking a little kneel down to rest up. That ball tricking him and missing his defense. Nonetheless, he's still there at the crease along with Shafiq. At the end of the over, the score remains 127 for 5. How many overs gone? 28. Snehal will start the 29th over with his beautiful, lovely left arm deliveries. You can tell he's planning his plan of attack. Shafiq comes out of his crease, maybe taking a page from Shane Ford and driving it for a lovely single straight to the fielder at extra cover in the sweeper region. The Snehal on this team very much copying what Snehal on the A boys has done, maintaining a very tight line. And that is the end of Shane Ford. One shot, one risk too many, beautifully flighted, beating him in through the air. And the keeper has stumped him for a beautiful piece of wicket keeping. Now it's 128 for 5. Beautifully bowled by Snehal of the Central Stars. Match hanging in the balance. No question about it. So a correction, Snehal bowling Shane Ford. It was not a stumping. Snehal bowled Shane Ford through the gate as he had stepped out of the crease to drive him through the offside. Snehal really deceiving and using a lot of guile to deceive batsmen in the flight with his line and length immaculate. Next batsman in is Simeon Mullins from Jamaica as well. He, for the Atlanta boys, Simeon Mullins is a power hitter. He does not mix defense. He's all about offense, and he's all about attack. So this will be a very interesting battle over here between two wonderful players. Simeon Mullins on strike. Snehal comes in, bowls a beautiful ball. Mullins goes back on the back foot, cuts it to cover point. Fielder mishandles the ball coming to him. They take a single nonetheless. Shafiq on strike, looking very focused. Snehal, loopy delivery, beautifully played on the front foot. Shafiq with a lovely sweep of Snehal square leg boundary, 133 for 6. That was a lovely sweep shot to square leg. Another beautiful shot, same placement, beautiful stroke, lovely sweep for 4 runs at square leg. Central Stars would be wondering why they don't have a man placed for a batsman who is eyeing that spot. End of the over. A lovely over nonetheless by Snehal. Score now 137 for 6. This is the end of the 29th over. 137 for a loss of 6 wickets. Match is in the balance. Central Stars making a lovely fight back, staying focused. A boys have a very, very good, talented batting lineup, but they really need to consolidate and keep things going and really stay at the wicket. But Central Star drive, no runs. Right arm over the wicket, bowler coming in, bowling it on the offside. Mullen comes out, very aggressive, extra cover drive straight to the fielder. That was a bullet. They take a single. Mullen's never afraid to use his feet. Beautiful shot by Shafiq. Little bit of a tangle for the batsman, but Mullins keeps it out. End of the over. 139 for 6. End of the 30th over. Looks like it's time for a break, a water break. So we will be back after the break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after the break. 31st over starting. Snehal is going to try to maintain his magnificent pressure, line and length, and of course, acquire wickets at this very crucial juncture for both teams. The score is 139 for 6. Snehal getting ready, coming in to bowl. Beautifully left arm delivery on the off stump. Shafiq plays it very watchfully on the front foot, straight back to the bowler. Good cricket, especially after the break. This over tends to produce some critical breakthroughs. That was a lovely delivery. Shafiq watching it just as wonderfully well, right under his eyes, playing it on the back foot, straight back to the bowler. Shafiq going on the back foot, cutting it to the fielder. Simeon takes a quick single. Simeon marking his guard once again, watching the bowler. He's going to be on the attack, the only way he knows how to play. Cuts it backward, straight to the fielder. Lovely throw back to the keeper. That would have been a risky single, so in the end, that was a good call by the non-striker. Snehal maintaining serious pressure. Snehal coming in, bowling that lovely line. Simeon converting that delivery into a full toss, stepping right into it. Wide mid-on for a long single, straight to the fielder. Hit like a bullet. He's a big man, Simeon Mullins. Shafiq back on strike. Shafiq gently taps it back. Beautifully cuts it to the field in the vacant area, and they scamper back for a second run. Score 141 for 6. Score now 143 for 6. And that is the end of the over. So at the end, they did turn that over into a very productive one by milking the singles. Looks like there will be a bowling change. Or maybe not. It will be Rajesh, I believe, continuing from the other end with his right arm seam up off spin deliveries. Batsman hit on the back foot, but very high. Unfortunate for him. Unfortunate for the bowler that that was not a little closer, getting the batsman in flight. Rajesh once again. Mullins connects that ball through the covers, but straight to the fielder. He is a very, very strong man. There are no questions about it. They're either staying in the park on one bounce or they're going out of the park in no time flat. That was a bullet for one. Rajesh coming in, right arm over the wicket, coming in, bowling off stump. Watchfully played by Shafiq, straight back to the fielder, playing with a straight bat. Serious concentration being displayed by Shafiq. Raja bowls it with a little bit more gusto. Yorker length, Shafiq blocks it right under his eyes. Good cricket all around. The Raja is clearly thinking, not letting the batsman settle on one particular line. Batsman goes across as it was pitched on the leg side. Deep square leg for one. I beg your pardon, that is now signaled a leg by the umpire. So perhaps if he had connected, that would have gone. Rajesh coming in. Simeon playing it with a delicate dab, back foot, punch, drive mixture at short cover for no run. That is the end of the over. Score now at 145 for 6. How many overs gone? That is the end of the 32nd over. And guess who will be continuing on the other end? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it. It's Snehil. Mr. Snehil is batsman coming out of his crease and playing it very watchfully, looking for any sort of width to really cut that ball away. Back foot, that's more of a swipe and in mid wicket by Shafiq for 2 runs. And the bowler's name is actually not Snehil, we've just learned. It is, the bowler is actually Nayan Patel. So we've done a little disservice to Mr. Patel by calling him Snehil. So a bit of a deception on our part, sorry about that. So Nayan Patel again on the attack. Coming in, looping it. Beautiful shot, beautiful stroke for 1 by Shafiq through the offside. And I've just been informed this is also Nayan's, he's in his last over of his spell, of his allotment actually. Mullins once again strokes a powerful drive straight to the fielder, ricochets off his knees, but still within his reach, so no single taken, no risks are being taken. Sensible cricket. Mullins opens his blade and drives the ball backward off point for a long single once again. Shafiq on strike. Mullins reading it all the way. Not taking any chances. So Mullins is taking responsibility and playing a lovely role in his crucial innings over here. Shafiq opens the blade and drives the ball past gully for a single, piercing the gap beautifully. That is the end of the over. 150 up for the Air Boys. 33 overs gone. Rajesh coming in. Shafiq driving it very watchfully, but beautifully timed to cover as the target is getting closer. Still playing with Wonderful use of his feet, playing with serious confidence, taking and milking the bowler for singles and doubles. Mullins drives that ball back of the through the gully area. Fielder misfielding it, allowing the batsman to come back for two. That's 2 runs for Mullins, back on strike. Rajesh is bowling that off stump channel line. He's looking for a wicket. They need a wicket. Central Stars, as the countdown has begun for the A boys to meet the target, rather. Another delivery played nicely by Mullins, straight to short cover for no run. Bowler coming in over the wicket. Mullins connects through the gap, extra cover, beautiful stroke for 4 runs. Once again, the ball hit with serious precision, power, and placement. The 3 Ps. Let me tell you, he split that delivery like a pea in a pod. You can call it the 4 Ps, not the 3 Ps. The poor fielder has to go back, retrieve the ball, but he does. It not only crossed the boundary, it went another 40, 50 yards past the ropes. Andrew, the fielder, throwing the ball back in. The score now at 157 for 6. Eleven more runs needed. And Simeon Mullins has been cleaned up by Rajesh. They're not giving up. Simeon Mullins went back on his back foot, completely missing the line, perhaps bamboozled by a lovely line, moving off the wicket a little bit, and beating Mullins. All ends up and getting bowled, but he did play a lovely cameo. So Mullins has brought the target within sight of the A boys. Viral Pandya going in. Viral Pandya, he's a player to be recognized in the Atlanta area, playing for teams such as Satyam from the 90s and early 2000s in Atlanta, Georgia. So the situation at hand, 157 for 7. What over is this? 32.5, one ball to go. $157 for 7. Rajesh is looking to end his over. Viral Pandya in. Rajesh coming over the wicket. Viral Pandya goes for the sweep. They come back. They take 2 runs. That is signaled 2 leg byes by the umpire. 8 more runs needed by the A boys. 10 more runs more. I beg your pardon. 10 more runs needed to win by the A boys. Target very much within sight. JV is looking to get out on the field. He wants to finish the game with a 6, but I do not think that will happen. The two batsmen are going to target this finish in a very positive manner. And on the other end, for Mr. Patel, is now being replaced by whom? Kumar. Kumar is going to replace Patel. Kumar coming in, right arm over the wicket. Viral Pandya goes for a little cut shot off the back foot. Wicket keeper taking it cleanly. No run. Viral Pandya off the back foot. Very classy looking shot for no run. Very classy batsman, Viral Pandya. A boys have a very strong batting lineup, so there was confidence at every level that they're going to hit the target required. But Central Stars have done a wonderful job of making a wonderful fight back. Viral Pandya off the mark with a back foot cut shot behind point. Shafiq's back on strike. He's been batting beautifully, very watchfully, driving, cutting, pulling, but all extremely watchfully and very tactfully as well. Beautiful delivery right on the stumps. Shafiq playing it on the front foot and stroking it straight back to the bowler. Shafiq beaten in flight. Ball going to square leg. Umpire has not signaled off the pad, so now he has indeed. So it is a leg by indeed. Viral Pandya on strike, facing the off spinner. Stroking it to short mid wicket, straight to the fielder, no run. Two players are having a get together, a quick chat in the middle of the pitch, strategizing, ensuring what needs to be done, and taking the A boys home. This has been a wonderful week of cricket matches, very hot weather, but very lovely facilities here in Prairie View and at the Musa and Bilkey Stadium. So a very good, impressive setup here in Texas. Bowler coming in, beautifully played, straight back by Shafiq. He is middling every single delivery, very watchfully and very tactfully being played. Shafiq goes back, cuts the ball, looking for that gap. 1 foot either way, that ball would have gone for 4, but went straight to the fielder. But Shafiq playing it absolutely correctly, looking to thread the gaps. Bowler coming in. Shafiq was going for a lofted shot, decided to hold back and drive the ball safely straight back to the bowler for no run. Excellent cricket. Bowler giving no width to the batsman. Batsman giving no chance to the field, just driving it straight back, stroking it. Shafiq once again goes back and unable to pierce the gap to the field, to the fieldsman. Shafiq ends the over with a lovely defensive punch straight to the field, no run. By the way, that was Mr. Amir Ahmed Merchant going straight through, who had a lovely opening stand with Mr. Rana Masood for a lovely start for the A boys. You have to admit, the food here in Texas, whatever you like, has been simply tremendous. And the A boys especially have enjoyed a delightful tour, enjoying all the restaurants and partaking in lovely festivities back at the hotel, as all the other teams have had. 160 for 7. How many more needed? 8 more runs to win in 9 overs. Mr. Viral Pandya just stroking the ball simply back to the fieldsman, just feeling and stroking the ball, getting into his groove. Viral Pandya, whether he's playing a defensive stroke or on the attack, he always looks like he's in total control. Once again, Viral Pandya rolls his wrist, goes straight to the fielder. The fieldsman takes the ball, errant throw. They scamper for a single. Central Stars let that one get away for a cheeky single. Shafiq back on strike. What's the name of the bowler? Kumar bowling with a lovely action. Field being readjusted by the captain of Central Stars. Kumar coming back in his groove, coming in. Beautifully played by Shafiq, straight to the fieldsman, giving no chance. Looks like Shafiq is intending on finishing this game on his own, making sure that it's looking good. Shafiq with a beautiful back foot punch drive through the covers. Could have been a second. Decide against it. Lovely throw back straight into the gloves of the keeper, onto the stumps. So perhaps a wise decision not to go for that double. It is hot out, and once again, it is a credit to all the fieldsmen looking fit, as well as the A boys being fit and working really hard in these hot conditions. End of the over. 162 for 7. 34 gone. 37 overs gone. How many needed? 6 to win. What's the name of the bowler? Ralph. Ralph is the bowler, right arm over the wicket, new bowler. Picking up from where Rajesh was. Medium pacer. Shafiq playing it beautifully straight back. Bowler with a lovely action. Seaman swing bowler looks like Mr. Rofe. Short run up. Beautifully stroked by Shafiq straight to the bowler. Lovely shot. However, no run. Shafiq with a beautiful cover drive, simply stroking the ball, which he has done during his stay at the crease, giving no chance to the fieldsman, simply threading the gaps very watchfully and just simply timing the ball delightfully. Pandya on strike. Viral Pandya, left-hand batsman. Rauf coming over the wicket, continuing. Viral Pandya drops the ball short of the point fielder. They take a cheeky single. Lovely call. Good understanding between the batsmen, and they come. They were looking to take steal a second, but well backed up by the fielder because the throw went past the keeper. Good backup. Good cricket. Shafiq once again batting very stylishly, keeping his left elbow up, just stroking the ball straight all along the carpet, simply stroking it, nothing aerial. Back foot, beautiful shot to deep point, taking a single, bringing Viral Pandya back on strike. 3 more runs to win. That's the end of the over. Right arm over the wicket. Shafiq drives the ball through extra cover once again for a lovely single. One to tie, 2 to win. 166 for 7 at the moment. Viral Pandya on strike. Well, another twist. Viral Pandya perhaps going for an extravagant pull. However, the ball has been popped up straight to the fieldsman, placed right there at short square leg, right in his hands. So now, Oman is going in. Oman, who by the way in the previous first 2 games has scored 50 respectively in each innings, in each match, and has taken 3+ wickets. So Noman is going in. So Kumar taking Pandya's wicket, Viral Pandya's wicket, with again lovely piece of cricket, well flighted delivery, trapping batsman, enticing him, and he obliged by giving a simple catch to square leg. Shafiq dabs it down to point. A little bit of a misfield. And the scores are leveled. Shafiq has brought the team to within 1 run of victory. Noman is on strike. New batsman, Noman. Noman trying to thread the gap through cover. Fieldsman gets a boot on it. Lovely bit of fielding. Stops the winning run with his boot. Good boot work. Beautifully stroked shot. Straight to the fieldsman. Noman looking a little too anxious to get this game over with. A single was never there. The non-striker rightly sends him back. Noman strokes the ball straight to the fielder, and the fielder drops it right. A sitter. A fields right in his hands. Chance goes begging. Nothing complicated, straightforward was dropped. And the very next ball, Noman plays a defensive stroke. So they had a chance to make it more interesting, but a chance goes begging. Catches indeed do win matches at any stage of the innings. Perhaps it's appropriate that Shafiq ends the game on a winning note since he steadied the ship. Looking very determined, very focused. Rauf comes in. Shafiq this time edges it to the fly slip area along the carpet. Perhaps if they had a slip in there, that could have been caught. Shafiq plays a back foot drive through short mid wicket to hit the winning runs. That's the end of the innings. Lovely fight back from Central Stars to defend their very modest total. The A boys do a very good job of consolidating and finishing it off on a winning style. Credit to their teammates to really manage the rot at one particular point. The openers of Rana Masood and Amir Ahmed Merchant gave them a very solid start. And as such, ladies and gentlemen, I will be signing off. I want to thank you so very much. Aman Qureshi signing off. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
As the game stand right now, A-Star won the game by 2 wickets.